Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Saturday, September 27th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. We're going to use the Urban Crow Oracle by M.J. Cullinane. You can get that anywhere. Okie dokie. Having some hot cocoa sans the hot. I guess I could have put a protein shake in there to make it milky. We got 2 on the table. Three on the table, 4 on the table. I sat out in the sun earlier. I got some sun. Very exciting. Five on the table. 7 on the table. We're going to do one more shuffle. Last shuffle. Nine with bottom of the deck. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, maybe not. It felt like it was gonna be a sneeze. We've got nature, perspective. We've got anomaly, memory, distraction, territory, routine, influence, and bottom of the deck, commitment. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Someone's watching someone here. I want to restate what I've stated in the past. And I'm going to go one step further, okay? Make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you're protecting your home with sage, Palo Santos. Make sure your locks work. Make sure you have an extra set of keys somewhere with a neighbor, with a trusted neighbor, a trusted friend, family member, something like that. I would never, ever tell somebody to go so far as to what I have done, which is literally put cameras in every room of my house. I would never tell anybody to do that. But it doesn't hurt. Or if you own like an actual home and you want to put cameras on the outside, a lot of people do that, front door, back door, garage, whatever. The ex-husband and I did that when we owned our own home. Oh, listen, my tattoo is like very bumpy and very itchy. And a little like stingy. Like hurts, but not hurts. Maybe somebody just got a tattoo and I'm feeling it. I don't know. Because this bad boy's fine. It's been fine for like a week, week and a half. Anywho, make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Like you guys, I've talked about it before, like the last couple months, doing my workout routine. Now I go to the gym. For the last, like, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months, I walk almost every day, as much as I can, at the forest preserve in my neighborhood. Be aware of your surroundings. And even if something happens and it's kind of like stupid, but you feel some type of way about it, get the fuck out of there. I'm just going to give you I'm just going to give you an example. So one night when I went walking in my neighborhood, like, I don't know, like 2, 3 weeks ago, I walked around. There's like a center part, like I'm on the outskirt, and then there's like a center part, and it's about a half a mile all the way around. So I walked around it twice. When I was coming back around that second lap, in front of my condo's here, right? In front of my condo is like a circle, like an inlet, you know. There's a little middle part that has 3 car spaces for guests, and then there's how the townhouses, the condos, and it's just like a little circle. So like when you pull in, you can go in and go around, you know. I've done it before. I've done it before in the mornings when I've left the house and I was like, "Oh shit, did I leave the garage open?" So I'll come back down the street, go around in a circle, and I'll look at my condo to make sure my garage door is closed, and then go back out. There is a whole street. Like you can just drive down the whole street right in front of my condo. But there's a little, what do they call that? A dead end, I guess. I mean, it doesn't even look like a dead end because you can see it. Like it's just a circle. Anyway, I was coming up walking and I usually cut over across the street to my condo. And as I was coming up the middle part where where the extra spaces are, it's like a little island there, and you can walk there. There's a part of a sidewalk. So like you cross the street, little island, cross the street, back on the sidewalk, walking around the condos. As I'm coming up to that little island part, I hear a woman. It sounded like a woman yakking her brains out. And I don't remember if I told you guys this about this or not, told you about this or not. But she was like vomiting, like, you know, the I was like, who the fuck is this? This is like 9 o'clock at night. It's not too late. It's not too early. And somebody's out there, you know. And she just kept going and going. And as I'm coming up and I go to cross that little island, something tells me to cross over the street to the garages, walk around my car, the back side of my car, well, the front side technically, between the front of my car, the front of my neighbor's car, and our garages, and then kind of like sidle my way up to the front door and quietly unlock it and go in. When I closed the door and I looked back around, I still couldn't see her, but I could hear her throwing up. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, it is my running joke that the zombie apocalypse will happen and it will start out of nowhere and people won't realize what's happening and people will just start to disappear and die and nobody will know why, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, oh shit, zombies. I had that thought when I heard her out there barfing. If anybody, sorry, barfing, vomiting, either way, it's gross. Um, and not something anybody ever wants to hear. But if you've ever watched Zombieland, the first one at the beginning, Jesse, no, his name's not Jesse Metcalf. It's Jesse something, right? Anyway, he's with Amber Heard. She plays the chick, the college chick, and he lets her in, and she says that she got bit by some crazy guy on the street, right? And they fall asleep on the sofa, but when he wakes up, she's a zombie, and she's sitting there looking at him. which in reality, he would have never woke up, right? In reality, she would have woken up, eaten him, bitten him, whatever. And yeah. But I just kept thinking a zombie land because she was running around the apartment chasing him or whatever. And she was like throwing up everywhere. And that's what the lady sounded like. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, this is when it starts. And I just took precaution, you know, to move across the street, to hide in the shadows, to move quietly. Now, that's a joking scenario, right? I mean, what is she going to do? Come up to me and ask for help, ask for a ride home? I mean, she's probably fine, right? She's probably just drunk or ate too much or whatever. Pregnant, I don't know. But you can never, my whole point is you can never be too cautious. You know, even when you think it's a joking situation, when it's, you know, like, haha, take precautions, be cautious, be protective of your space. And I carry mace and whatchamacallit all the time with me now because I walk in the park and I take my keys with me and it's got like a little spray, pepper spray. Um, I have little knuckle things that my ex-husband gave me, which are technically illegal, but fuck them. If you're gonna come at me and attack me and try to rape me or kill me, you bet your ass I'm gonna use whatever I need to protect myself. They want to throw me in prison for that, throw me in prison. I don't care. I think that's ridiculous. So I have like sometimes when I walk after work, I have my work knife with me. Um, yeah, I do the best that I can to protect myself when I'm out there. I do the best that I can to protect myself when I'm in here with my cameras and all that stuff. So no, and for me, nobody has a key to my home. Not one person, not the ex-husband, not my dad, not my brother, not my neighbor. There is an extra key hidden in my garage. Good luck finding it. Half the time I can't remember where it is. It's yeah. But I don't know what this is, but this is like somebody watching somebody from afar and I don't think it could be a new person, it could be a past person. There's something about perspective changing. And that doesn't have to mean a past person. Like a new person, like let's say you're a content creator and you make like cutie pie content, like your cute little outfits, stuff like that. And somebody watches it and thinks, "Oh, well, she's a bimbo, whatever." And then all of a sudden you start posting things like with thought and things about healing journey, things about spirituality, stuff like that. And then this person looks at it and it's like, oh, well, maybe there's a different side to this person. There's something about somebody changing their perspective about someone. Whoever this person is, they look at them as one of a kind. Okay. This is not your, okay. I just heard this is not your average marshmallow. I met one of my neighbors when I was walking this morning in the neighborhood. I went for my walk at the forest preserve. I did the almost 2 mile trail and then I was just like I can't do another one. I thought I was getting ready to feel like I needed to go to the bathroom, like to pee, and I don't want to use the toilet over, it's like a compost thing. It's not horrible. I've used it before. I just didn't want to. And I'm like, I'm tired. I'm going to go back home. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to chillax. I'm going to do the affirmations. And then I'll go walk the neighborhood like a mile and a half to make 3.25 miles for today, which is not bad. I have my quinceanera later, so I won't walk again. And then I worked out already. I did that earlier. But yeah, uh, I met this lady when I went for my second walk in the neighborhood, and she had a cute little dog named Marshmallow. Maybe somebody looks at somebody as a marshmallow. Maybe somebody looks like a hard ass bitch or boss, but on the inside they're a marshmallow, and somebody's realizing like, oh shit, this person is actually a softie. It gives like somebody got the wrong first impression, and like now they have a different perspective. The thing is with the nature card, like they're watching somebody. With the territory, with the routine, they're watching somebody. Yeah, see the memory? Like their perspective has changed. Whatever they used to think about this person, they think something else now. They might have been distracted. So like if this is a past person and they met this person and had a conversation with them, whatever the case, they might have thought, "Oh, what a bitch. What a jackass," you know? And then now when they look back on that memory, they're like, "Oh shit, like I totally had that person all wrong. Like I was just like distracted by other things. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't picking up on the vibe, you know?" But like I said, with territory, routine, like this person is watching somebody. And even if they're just watching like over social media, even if if this is a content creator and they're watching them, like they're looking to see what they post every day. Do they post the same things? Do they post at the same time? Are they posting from the same place? My aunt kind of got up in my grill, I don't know, like a month and a half ago, about posting and putting my whereabouts on there. And I messaged her back and I said, you don't have to worry. Like, I take precautions. Like, typically when I post, I use like an overall like city. Like, I use Chicago. I don't live in Chicago, but that's what I use. Or I use Kenosha. I don't live in Kenosha and I'm not always in Kenosha, but I'll use it. And lately, like when I post to TikTok and I do my post to TikTok, whenever, like if I use Chicago, it'll give me Chicago over and over and over again, right? Lately, it's been fucking up and it's been giving me these weird things. So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I'll choose that one. Like I don't care. Because at this point, like I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like I used to give a shit about it. It used to always be Chicago when I was in Illinois, and it always used to be Kenosha when I was in Wisconsin. Now I don't give a shit. So I just pick whatever's in the bar and I throw it on there. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I look at what's in there and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, it'll say like Clown Stadium or, something stupid. And it's like, but somebody might be watching where somebody's posting from. I would just say this: don't use your exact location. Don't, if you can, like if you're a content creator and you post, like I used to post, well, I still do. Like I post me going to the forest preserve. I post me going to the beach. I take pictures. I post it. Here's the thing. I don't usually post when I'm still there. I usually get in my, I go out to the beach, go out to the water, take my pictures, do my little prancy dance, thanking God, being grateful, talking to God, whatever. Go back to my car, drive away, go home, whatever. And when I get home, I post. And I'll post from like saying I'm in Kenosha, but I'm not in Kenosha. I'm in Illinois. And that was an hour and a half ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't necessarily post where you're at when you're there. There have actually been a lot of TikTok creators, feminines, coming out on TikTok saying that they were doing that and then realizing people were coming to see them. Men were coming to see them. Like, oh, I saw you posted from here, so I came to see you. What? What? It gives like scary, creepy man fan is what it gives. And I don't mean to be sexist because there's women out there that would do that too. I know there is. I know there is. I've probably been friends with them. But I'm just saying a lot of times it's women and men get creepy. And they don't like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, you don't think women already have it hard enough and you're so desperate for a woman, you're going to show up unexpected, unannounced, off of a post and think that that woman is going to be happy to see you? It's scary. Do people not understand that? And I know you could say the other side of the coin is, well, you're a content creator, you're in the public eye, you're a celebrity, deal with it. I would never wish that on anybody. I would never wish for some man or woman to be out there creating content and post about it, and 20 minutes later some freak show up and be like, "Hey, I saw you posted. I wanted to come see you. I wanted to come say hi. I wanted to, yeah." Because here's the thing, if you react in the wrong way, you lose a fan. And then they get online and they make a comment about it, and then you look like the asshole. Like you're ungrateful. Like you didn't want to meet a fan. Even though it's creepy as fuck. And I'll just say this, I put my link tree in the description box every damn day. I put my email in the description box every damn day. If any one of you ever want to reach out to me, ever, you can email me. If you are in the Chicagoland area and want to drive to the northern suburbs, you can email me and I will meet you in a public place and we can chat and have fun and have lunch or have a drink or whatever. I'll take you to Seven Brew. We'll get a chiller. But to show up unannounced and just be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Happy to see me?" No, no, not happy to see you. Like that's creepy. Again, man or woman, it doesn't matter. It's creepy. It's creepy. The fact that people don't understand that is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I would never want my space invaded like that, whether I'm a, a, a simple Joe or a freaking billionaire celebrity movie star. It's just wrong. You don't do that. It's like all those stories about, I know Taylor Swift, but there have been other celebrities that have had their houses broken into by fans and like crazy shit like that. Like that is so unnecessary. That is so uncalled for. And whoever the person is that does that, it just makes them look unhinged, like a mental patient. Like seriously, whatever this is, it kind of gives off that energy, like somebody leaning towards the creepy side. And I don't want to like scare anybody. I don't want anybody to like feel weirded out or you know. I just want people to take precautions. And this reading could be about me. I mean, let's just be honest. My energy is in here. I'm reading the room. I'm listening to what God is telling me, the angels, whatever. Could this be my energy? Of course it is. But like I said, I'm already taking precautions. I just want to make sure that everybody else listening to this reading, going like, "Oh, it's not me. I'm fine." Okay, you're fine, but you could be better. Watch yourself. Take care of yourself. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't ever take anything for granted, okay? Like, seriously. You're talking to the woman that's been raped 3 times, sexually assaulted 3 times, physically assaulted once. You think those things just like fell out of the sky? Like, I had signals and I didn't pay attention to them. People gave me signals that they were evil, that they meant me harm. And the cutie pie, friendly, loving, caring human earth angel that I am was like, "Oh no, I'll be fine." Like, that's not what that is. And then, 10 days later when I get raped, it's like, "Oh, that's what that was?" Yeah, that's what that was. Always listen to your intuition, your gut. If you get that, if you're talking to somebody or you see something and you get that ickiness, run. I mean, that's like move, do something, protect yourself. It's scary out there. And it's kind of funny because here's another example. I was talking to my friend at work. She used to work in our department and then she moved to the office. Beautiful, lovely young girl. Um, I follow her on TikTok. She does a lot of fitness stuff. Her name is Hannah Corey. Um, Beautiful young lady. very kind, very loving, very friendly. And I told her, like I had asked her for information for the reimbursement for the gym because our company pays for you to go to the gym up to so many dollars a year. And I knew I was going to join. So I finally joined and I told her I joined and I told her I was going where I was going and she's like, "Oh, I have a membership there." I think she has a membership at two or three places. I don't know. And if you go on the cheaper side, like if you just go to work out or whatever, you could probably do two memberships through two different gyms and have it paid for by our company or just about. Anyway, um she goes, "Yeah, you should join a gym." She's like, "There's crazies out there," cuz she knows that I've been walking in the forest preserve. The funny thing is last night I went to the gym like at 8 o'clock and I did my 2 miles on the tread. And I'm like looking around at the people in the gym, and it's like 9 o'clock at night. Like as I'm getting ready to leave, it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I'm looking around and I'm thinking like, all these fucking people are at the gym at 9 o'clock at night, and I have to walk out to the parking lot by myself. There's a lot of men here. It's kind of creepy. Like the two guys at the counter were men, and I just kept like thinking to myself like, it's just as scary at the gym as it is out there. If you really pay attention to your surroundings, if you really look, it is just as scary in the gym as it is in the forest preserve, maybe technically even more. Because in the forest preserve, if I see somebody, if I hear something, I can run through the forest to the next trail and then, you know what I mean? Like dodge somebody, look for another person, jump in the lake. You know what I mean? Whereas at the gym, like there's not a lot of places to hide. There's not, I don't know. But I'm just saying, be aware of your surroundings. Whoever this person is, well, again, one, they might be watching somebody because they're an influencer. This person might be under the influence of something. They might be, a user of alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, whatever the case. They also might want to, whether it's a new person or an old person, they might want to make contact with this one of a kind person, the anomaly. They might want to make contact with them and see if they can exert some type of influence on them or possibly use their influence to make them an influencer, if that makes sense. I keep saying if that makes sense, but it makes sense to someone out there. If I'm saying it to someone, it makes sense to someone. This person thinks that there could be some type of romance that comes out of this. Like they're gonna show up and introduce themselves, and the two people are gonna get to know each other, and then there's gonna be some like grand romance. They're gonna make some type of commitment to this anomaly. Like two people are gonna get together and be like influencers together. I don't know. It is kind of funny though. I was, and I'm just gonna give one more example before I let this go because we're at almost 30 minutes. I was talking to somebody the last couple days. I think I started talking to him on like Sunday or Monday. Very nice young guy. Um, it's funny though because I told him that like I have a full time job, but I also have my part time job. I don't get paid. Like I do YouTube. I have a viral TikTok. You know, I actually didn't mention my book, but I was talking about that and he's like, "Oh, you own your own business?" Like, "Oh, that's." He's like, "That's actually pretty nice." He's like, "That makes you look like a golden egg," is what I was thinking. Like, "Oh, now you feel like." Don't get me wrong, he was a very nice guy, but every time especially in the dating world, every time I talk to somebody, I don't want to. Here's the thing, I don't want to tell them. I don't want to tell them about my TikTok. I don't want to tell them about YouTube. I don't want to tell them about my book because people should like you for who you are. And if I tell them that I do these things, whether I've made money off of them or not, they look at me as like the golden egg, the golden goose, like I'm going to bring them fame and fortune. The thing is I don't even want fame and fortune. I just want to live comfortably. I want to live my life happily, like, and I don't want somebody leeching off of me. I've said before, I'm not out here to take care of another man or woman. You need to take care of me. It's my turn to be taken care of. People get so upset when you say that. But I mean, that's how I feel. Like, I already spent my time taking care of a man for 11 years. I got nothing out of it. Even going through a divorce and even afterwards, I still had to give to him. No offense to my ex husband. I'm not in love with him, but I do love him dearly. The thing is I don't want to do that again. Like, I want somebody to take care of me. I want somebody to pay my rent. I want somebody to buy my coffee, you know? And I know men, especially men, get like all riled up. You want me to pay your rent? Like, who do you think you are? And it's like, you don't understand what we're saying. Forget about the rent. Think about what I'm saying. I want somebody to take care of me emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually. Monetarily would be nice. I don't expect that. Men get all riled up when you say something like that. I loathe telling people about what I do because I don't want to be with a person because they want my money or they think I'm going to make money. I want them to be with me because they want to be with me, because they like my personality. They like the way I look. They like how sweet I am. Like, that's why you should be with a person, not because you think they're going to give you billionaire vibes in the next 3 years. It's bullshit. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for someone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.